Welcome back to my channel. And today's video, I want to give my quick take on The Invitation. So let me just read the synopsis, and this comes from AMC. After the death of her mother and having no other known relatives, Evie, Natalie Manuel, she actually was in Game of Thrones, if you remember, if you saw the show, takes a DNA test and discovers a long lost cousin she never knew she had. Invited by her newfound family to a lavish wedding in the English countryside, she's at first seduced by the sexy aristocrat host, but is soon thrust into nightmare of survival as she uncovers twisted secrets in her family's history and the unsettling intentions behind their sinful generosity. So, I didn't really like the film. I didn't. It was disappointing. It had potential. It really did, but they would have to, at least in my opinion, would have to change too much of the script that it wouldn't be this movie anymore. So basically, in this film, like it says up there, she's Evie is basically alone after mom died and her dad died when she was like 14 or something. So, she's kind of missing that bond. She's missing something. She wants like a family. So she takes a DNA test and then she discovers the long lost cousin. So the cousin invites her to get a drink or get some food and they talk and this is in New York. And so when they meet, he invites her to come to the UK to a wedding. And so she agrees and she meets the family. They greet her. Everything's pretty going really well. And she gets to know the host. The host isn't a family member, but he's hosting the wedding. And so they get close and they start liking each other and that's where it's going, right? So it's going okay in the film. It's still not great, but it's going fine. Where it starts unraveling for me is when they start putting like the horror elements and then you can see where it's going and it just doesn't work. When they start doing like these like jump scare moments, it's super it's super basic, but it's also super why? Why do you I mean yeah, obviously they wrote it that way, but it's cheap, to me. It just felt cheap. It just felt like you're going the easy route. Uh, so basically, just to give you basically how it when she finds out the truth, right? So the host, the sexy aristocrat, uh, he's a vampire essentially, and so he has three families, human families that aren't vampires. So he keeps them around. He takes care of them, and what they do is they provide a female. So in each family, there's a female that they provide to him. So he keeps three wives. I don't know if they. I don't know. Don't remember why if they explain why he needs three wives, but for some reason he needs three wives, and it'll be complete after that because in the beginning of the film, one of the wives kills herself, and that's from the lineage that Evie comes from, the Alexanders, and so they've been looking for another Alexander, a female Alexander, but they've been having just pure boys. So basically, the cousin brings Evie to him as the Alexander female. That way, it can be complete. And what he does for the human families is that he protects them. Not really sure how. I guess because he's a vampire, he has powers. He has strength, as they explained, and um, and he gives them money basically. Uh, it's weird. So basically, the also how the way it works is that the wives will um so he drinks the wife's blood, and then the wife drinks his blood, and then they become vampires, and they get the same strength as he does. And as long as he's alive, they'll have his strength or his powers. So that's pretty much how they explained it. But when everything gets revealed, she's like, "What the hell is this?" Right? She's all freaked out, and she tries to escape, and you can see that on the trailer, right, where all this shenanigans start happening. But it just it's weak, man. It's weak writing. Um, Honestly, for me, I think what I would have done, or at least what I think would have been more interesting, because when they started getting to know each other, the host and Evie, it was good. It was a good chemistry. They had good chemistry, and he was very nice to her and very caring, and it was good. And I think they should have gone that way, where they would have got close, and you know, I think they could have made it like a really interesting vampire film instead of this. He's the bad guy. He wants to drink your blood, do all this stuff, right? Where they could have instead of done, they could have done where he tells her, he's open with her, like, "Hey, I have to tell you something. I really like you, but I'm a vampire, and I've been living for so long, and I have this connection with you. Obviously this is brand new, but I just have this strong connection with you, and I just want to tell you the truth, and I've been living for so long that and that I want a companion. I want somebody. I would like somebody and with me. Instead of this horror film type of scenario, the route they went to. Um, I thought that would have been more interesting, and I was because you can see where it's going. Even for the trailers, you can see where they kind of gave it away. But I just wish they would have done something, just something that had more thought into. They something that wasn't as cheesy or something that wasn't expected. I think they could have gone that route. But obviously they didn't. They went the route they went, and it is what it is. It's the film we got. But for me, it was a disappointment for sure. Um, And at times, because she's Natalie Manuel, I believe she's British, and at times I could have sworn her British came out, her accent came out especially when she's talking to the aristocrat and saying his name. I think his name was Walter. You can hear the Walter. With the I can't do it, but you can kind of hear that accent. I'm pretty sure you could. At least I heard it. But yeah, I mean, not every some of the characters were good. I mean, even the aristocrat, he was pretty good until he turned bad, turned into the vampire guy, and try to drink people's bloods. But yeah, that's when it really went from middle of the road movie to just honestly not very good. Which is sad. I mean, I want every movie to be good, and like I said, it could have been something different, more subtle, more introspective, more of like, hey, this is another take, this is a new take, or a little bit different take on vampires, right? Where it isn't just like a bloodthirsty vampire, or he's like the monster. It could have been something even like like a take on Beauty and the Beast or something where I don't know. They could have done. At least I wish they would have done something more original, and it just felt too cookie cutter. The direction was very nothing. There was nothing special about it. Like I said, it could have been something better. Obviously, with any movie that's a disappointment, it could have been something better. But like I said, it is what it is. Um, I'll never discourage anyone from checking it out. Check it out for yourself. Maybe you'll like it. I don't know. Uh, Let me know what you think. Maybe you liked it better than I did. Like I said, it's not a terrible movie, but it's not going to be in anyone's top 10 for sure. At least not in mine. Um, eh, it's below even middle of the road, to be honest. So yeah, it was a disappointment. So, you know, well, thank you for watching, and like, subscribe if you like this video, and if you want to check out my other reviews or other takes that I have. I don't do just reviews on movies. I do other takes, and yeah, just feel free to check out those videos. And well, thank you for watching, and have a good one.